In this video, we're going to run through the top 10 independent schools in the UK as of 2022. My name is Ming, I'm from Richmond Maths Tutors, and let's get this video started. Now, before we start the actual rundown, just a quick explanation of who and how the rankings are calculated. It's published by the Times and the Parent Power magazine. So they take the results from the A-levels and GCSEs in the autumn of that year. They publish it in December of the same year. So the rankings kind of carry forward for the last chunk of 2022, mainly because of the way the academic year is structured in the UK. But this year, they did do it slightly differently because they wanted to negate the COVID effect. So they took the averages of 2017, 18, and 19 and compiled it for this year's data. So it's a compilation of an average of 2017, 18, and 19 GCSE and A-level results to work out this year's data. And in the tables, you'll see on the left is the rank, which is the rank that they have this year, the name of the school, the town in which they reside. And the way they work out the A-levels is that for the students, the percentage of students who get an A star, an A, or a B, and then from that percentage, they work out the rank. And then for the GCSEs, it's the percentage of students who have achieved a 9, 8, or 7. And that from that percentage, they work out the GCSE rank. And then they combine the GCSE rank and A-level rank to get an overall rank. So in the 10th position is Sevenoaks School, which is a co-ed school down in Kent. And they have crept up, well, they've jumped up 8 places from last year, from 18 to the 10th position. And you'll notice for the GCSE rank, there's an equal sign, because for the GCSE rankings, they are at, they share that position with Haberdashers Boys. At number 8 is Brighton College. Brighton College, well, obviously down in Brighton, but actually it's just slightly east side of, so they're actually based in Kemp Town. And I know that because I spent 3 years in Brighton because I studied at Sussex University doing my math degree there. Great place. Joint 8th is City London School of Girls in East London. Again, they are regular in the top 10, top 20, and they're up 6 places from last year. Climbing up 7 places to the 7th position is Westminster for Boys. And then up 3 places into the 6th position this year is St. Paul's Boys in Barnes in London. Now, quite funny in terms of its location is that they are in Barnes, but they're considered a Richmond Borough school because Barnes is in Richmond Borough. But their actual physical location is just by Hammersmith Bridge. So they're much, much closer to Hammersmith than they are to Richmond. In the 5th position is Guildford High School for Girls, and they are up 2 places from number 7, which was last year. And in 4th position is Magdalene College. They've crept up again 2 spots. They were number 6 last year. And again, these are all regular schools that regularly feature in the top 20. So if you look at the spread of their A-levels and their GCSEs, there's very, very little difference between them. So if your child attends to any of these top 20 schools, you don't really have to worry too much. The school would do good by them. And we're going to run down the final 3. And if you found this video useful, please leave us a like and subscribe down below. And into the top 3. In 3rd place is Wycombe Abbey School from in High Wycombe, a boarding school, relatively small. I mean, if you look at the students, there's about less than 650. And because it's a boarding school, the fees are a lot higher per term. Last year, they were number 5, and most of the girls come from families who live in London or in southeastern England, and they want their girls to kind of like move out to the countryside, just to enjoy the countryside during their teenage years. And most of their overseas boarders are from Europe and Asia. And I'm reading from the ISI 2021 reports. The ISI is the Independent School Inspectorate, and they produce reports for all of the independent schools in the UK. And they describe the students as pupils who have a strong understanding of who they are and what they want to become. Their moral awareness is excellent, and pupils are extremely good at working collaboratively to benefit others within the school community. In second position is King's College Wimbledon for boys, a slightly larger school because there's 1,200 students, and because it's just a day school, their fees are a lot more friendlier in terms of 7,000 to 8,000 per term. And the last ISI report was in 2012, where they described the school as 100% excellent, and the inspector's verdict on a scholarly and gentle school, outstanding in every category. And I'll generally have to really agree with that because I've met a number of the King's College teachers, because when I was in my teacher training years at UCL and at Coombe Girls, who goes to the school, the teaching school, they had a large number of King's College teachers there who were doing their QTS at the same time. And I spent about a month having lunch with the head of sixth form because he was registered to do his QTS studies at Coombe Girls alongside UCL. So we spent the best part of the month just having lunch together, just chatting about teaching methods. And amazing teacher. He'd been teaching many years. He was just going through the paperwork to get the QTS status. And no surprise for number one is St. Paul's Girls. And the reason why I say it's no surprise is that because the way the data is compiled is that if they took an average of 2017, 18, and 19, well, St. Paul's was the top for every one of those years, as they have been for almost the decade. So when you take the average of the top schools, it's going to stay in the top position. Again, a relatively small school of under 800 students. And again, reading from the ISI reports, which was done in 2019, they actually highlight a few things where 1 in 8 of the students are there with bursaries. And they describe the students as pupils who collaborate well with each other and teachers. And the pupils are, and I quote, acutely aware of those less fortunate than themselves and are extremely successful at staging events to support their chosen local, national, and international charities. So for example, they provide an annual enrichment week for about 20 local schools, and they've mentored 55 primary pupils in music. But they have recently lost a couple of netball matches to Godolphin and Latimer because my daughter was playing with for GNL, and she came back saying, yeah, we won. Now, these reports can be freely seen and downloaded from the link below. I'll put them in the comments down below. And they're taken from the ISI reports. And they're quite an interesting read for those who, if you want to do some studies to find out a particular school, it's well worth checking them out. And like I said, if you found it useful, please leave us a like and subscribe. And any questions, leave in the comments down below. Thank you very much.